You're a joke, really. Real talk, you're a joke.
Okay, my turn on this, and I hear everything you just said. Believe it or not, I was on the phone with Michael Jordan the night before that draft, and I asked him, which way are you leaning? And he said, Kwame. And I couldn't argue or respond because I didn't know Kwame's game. I mean, how could I know? Because I hadn't seen him at all.
His game was that he was 7 foot tall in high school and he dominated. But I don't think they won the state championship his year.
Okay, but I didn't see him because he wasn't on TV, so I didn't know what we were even talking about. I just knew of him. I knew his name. But when these guys get picked 1 overall and they flop, I don't blame them. I blamed who picked them because that's on Michael Jordan. You got to know better, right? I can't condemn Kwame for getting picked 1 overall and not living up because you could just see right away he can't live up. Right. He should not have been the 1st overall pick.
Well, Skip,
right?
He could have been 1st, 2nd, 3rd. He could have been 21st. He was terrible.
Okay.
The way he got picked had nothing to do with the bus.
Okay, but he shouldn't have gone 1 because you know now he averaged for his career 7 points and 6 rebounds. Well, you can't take him 1st.
So hell, Skip, if you pick him 15, 7 points and 6 rebounds is terrible there too.
That's on Michael Jordan. I'll say it again. I'm the biggest Jordan fan as a player, but I think Jordan has proven to be the all-time worst GM.
Yeah, Skip, and that might be the case. But at some point in time, we got to stop blaming these execs for players not looking off the read.
Okay, but Kwame, you could see it after a year. He wasn't a 1st-round pick. He wasn't a 2nd-round pick. He should have been undrafted, right? That's how he played.
He's doing what he's supposed to do now. Now he's a big-ass farmer.
All right.
He's the tallest farmer in America. How about that?
Okay. To his credit, every time he does these videos, he'll say at some point, and I wrote down the quote in the middle of this one, he said, I know I was a bust. So he just readily acknowledges everything you just say.
But what he's trying to do is that he's trying to take ownership to take the toxicity out of it.
Well,
he said,
but he said, just call me a fan. I'm just a fan now.
No. You can't be no fan.
Okay.
What, there ain't no 7-foot fans.
Well, there are. But
who? They played in the NBA. They were good.
Okay, but I mean, there's 7-footers who didn't play basketball.
They ain't no fan.
Okay.
I mean, they don't have comments talking trash about somebody else that's historically and transcendently great.
All right. So what small credibility does Kwame have? Well, he did play with Jordan, and he did play with Kobe. So he has firsthand knowledge of what they look like and how they react.
Yeah,
right?
and I have firsthand knowledge of what they thought of him and what he looked like.
Okay, all right, I got you. But he has a tiny bit of credibility just because he actually played basketball with both those players.
Yeah.
And he played with a lot of other players. Okay.
And how'd that work out for him?
All right, well...
They couldn't wait to get rid of him, huh?
All right, I got it. Now, here's my issue with what Kwame was criticized. Okay, first of all, he disqualified himself because he was acting like he was a disgruntled bettor because there was a line about, you made me bet my money on this game. Like, I lost my money betting on you. Well, nobody made you. He's saying, I thought you were so good that I bet on you in Game 4 and you let me down. Well, now he's just axe to grind better, like a million others.
Yeah, kind of like what
sore loser.
When Bradley Beal got into it with the guy, and he said, you cost me my fantasy or you cost me some money.
All right. Now, his criticism, for me, lost me because we got to the moment of truth, and I get it. He had 2 last shots, and I told you the day we came out here on Tuesday morning, he didn't even get the ball up to the rim on either one of them. And I blame the coach, the play, LeBron, and I also credit the defense on both of them because it was supreme defense. It was superior defense on both plays. Because LeBron on the first play winds up with some fall away on the baseline.
Going out of bounds,
and it hits the side of the backboard. Okay, you as a team, you can do better than that. You can get a better shot than that. Then on the final play, Kwame is condemning LeBron for flopping and trying to get the refs to bail you out.
No.
Shannon, okay, you know me. I'm the one who said from the start, don't just pull up and shoot a 3 because that's not your forte. That's not your strength is your strength.
Right.
Your strength is to put your head down and go to the bucket.
The rim.
And if required, if it gets to that, if you have to go stand there and shoot those free throws, even though that has not also been your strength, maybe this time you can go stand there by yourself 15 feet away. You're going to have to make both of them to get to overtime. Maybe you can do it.
Right.
But he risked the free throws this time because he put his head down.
Correct.
And I told you the next day, I have mixed emotions. I love that.
Right.
Because he should have done that 1,000 other times, and he took three-point shots, which, as we saw through these playoffs, not his forte.
But think about this, Skip. How many times that everybody said drive the ball, he took a three, he took a step back, or he passed it all together. And people criticize. So this time he says, you know what? I'm going to try to put my head down. Like when he tied the game up against Memphis, Skip. You know, he said, I'm going to the basket, Melt, and you can't stop me.
Okay,
Xavier Tillman.
Okay, but what had he done in the first quarter of this game? Post, drive, post, drive. I know he got hot for a moment there from three, but Shannon, he scored 21 first quarter points and 31 first half points, in largest part because he fell. And Kwame is just about anybody, even at age 38.
Right.
Okay, so he went right back to the well. And Kwame is just flat out wrong in his appraisal of this, that he was looking for the refs to bail him out. No, he wasn't. No, that's the last thing he wanted. Right. He just wanted to go score the basketball. Right. Once upon a time, he drove by Paul George, and he ended up with a left-handed layup off the glass. He didn't dunk it. He just laid it up off the glass. By the way, he was born left-handed, so he's just as good with his left hand as he is with his right hand.
He taught himself to shoot. Skip, here's the thing. LeBron James has 7 game-winning or game-tying shots in the final 1 second of playoff games. He's 7 of 12, 58%. No one else in the last 26 years, which as far as the database data goes back, has more than 2. Kobe Bryant is 2 of 7, 28%. So based on this stat, LeBron James is the most clutch player of his generation, and it's not close. Now, this is not how I feel about something. This is not what someone told me. This is about them putting in data and the computer spitting it out. Saying, this is what happened. We put in everybody that's taking a shot to tie the game or win the game. In the final 1 second, LeBron James is 7 of 12, 58%. Nobody else has more than 2 of those in the playoffs. This was a playoff game. So, Kwame, your feelings, your emotion is misguided.
Okay. So my issue with this series was you had 4 close games that went to the wire. And in the fourth quarters of those 4 games, LeBron was 7 of 23. That's just not good enough. That's 30%.
If he wants to say, you know what, these games came down to the fourth quarter. LeBron James, and you being one of the best players in NBA history, you got to find a way to win one. If he wants to make that argument, Skip, okay, I'm not going to debate that. What the problem that I have is what he said. He picked the night in which a man had 49 and 10. And shot what he shot, 15 or 25 from the floor. I think if he missed 1 free throw, ended up taking Joker for long stretches of the game. Think about this, what we're asking. We're asking a man in year 20, 38 years of age, to be our ball handler, be our scorer, be our best defender. Because remember, there's times he checked Jamal Murray. There's times Joker gets going, he checks Jamal Murray. We're asking you to do, get in the pick and roll. LeBron, do this. LeBron, drive the car. Hey, LeBron, we're going to call timeout. LeBron, what? And he's drawing stuff up, talking on the board. So he picked the one game in which LeBron James was sensational, even though they didn't win, to criticize LeBron.
Okay. So the reason I didn't criticize on the last shot was LeBron in the 4 fourth quarters had been 1 of 10 from 3. Well, he knows that. He's a smart guy, highest IQ. So he's just saying, they were daring him on the last 2 possessions to shoot a 3. Just shoot it. Like Jamal, Joker, they're just standing up there. Joker had him on the second to last possession. Just shoot it. Go ahead, shoot it. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so now Kwame is saying all these great players he played with, Jordan, Kobe, he even went to Jimmy Butler, they all know how to work on getting to their spot. Okay, they did. They all had a spot. We just talked about Jimmy. He's got spots where if he gets to the spot and he rises on you, there's not a lot you can do because that's his forte. That's where he's most comfortable. LeBron has never had a spot like that. That's not been his forte. He gets to the rack. He annihilates you freight training down the lane. He can score in droves in lots of little big ways, and sometimes he'll hit a little hot streak with a 3. Not in these playoffs. He was abysmal from 3. But the point is, he's not a spot-up 8-foot jump shooter. That's not his. I mean, we'll see him shoot the fadeaways occasionally, but
that's really his shot, Skip. which is the fadeaway, the one that he hit to pass Kareem.
I agree.
That's really his shot.
Okay, if you want to try that, that's fine.
But there's not enough time to do that.
Okay, but he's talking about Kobe and Mike, that they knew how to drive hard on you, and then at 8 feet, they just rose up on you, and they're going to make an 8-foot jump shot because it's what they did.
Right.
It's what Jimmy does. He named a bunch of guys.
What makes guys unique, Skip, is everybody has something in their game that they're really good at.
Yeah.
Jordan or Kobe could drive consistently to the basket.
They could not.
Especially as they got older and older.
Agreed.
They developed that.
Yeah.
And so to say, well, LeBron can't do this, the game-winning shots. We've seen him hit game-winning threes against Orlando, Indiana. He hit the shot. Skip, remember, David Blatt drew the play up for Kyrie.
It was a 2, but it was a long
He's like, no, I ain't get that. We've seen him hit the layups. We've seen him hit game winners against the